Oh, I almost forgot about the fucking WNBA nonsense. Oh my god. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? I talk about the space race and all the technological fun stuff that'll come from that. I talk about AI and all the awesome, amazing things that'll come from that and how scary it is. And probably the most attention-grabbing thing going on right now is we have two former professional NBA players trying to join the WNBA. Oh, society is hilariously sad sometimes. But, yes, exactly what I just said. Two former NBA players, Royce White and Enes Kanter, declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft. This is him here.
Earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender.
Sorry, this is her here.
Woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman.
I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman.
For purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable. But I'm a team first guy. I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do. I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But hey, that'd be probably too much like right. So, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator that would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman athlete.
Oh my god. It's such a small percentage of our society that is bringing this issue. I don't even know, making this issue up. I don't know. I have no idea. But so I think he's also running for senator at the same time. So obviously to make a political point. However, the political point wouldn't be there if the WNBA didn't know what a woman was, or didn't have to spend time defining what a woman is, which is what they've said. So these guys are declaring, and the WNBA has responded by saying that they're gonna have to try and figure out what a woman is. And that's just where we're at. I genuinely sometimes, yeah, I guess you have to fight ridiculousness with ridiculousness. But I'm not gonna lie, it's been funny on Twitter watching it go down. It's been hilarious. They get in a lot of flame, and in response, they just say things like, "Why are you a hater? I'm just a trans girl trying to live out her dream," or "You're just a bigot." And I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's so dumb. I hate. Again, it's so awkward to talk about it after we just like AI, space race. Should women or should men be playing on a women's sports team? Like, oh my god, that's not real life, boys and gals and everything in between. Holy shit. We'll see what the WNBA has to say about it. They literally have 2 choices here. A, define what a woman is, and then if they don't do it correctly, they get sued. Or get sued because they try and stop these guys from joining. Or let the guys join, and the sport will be even more of a joke than it already is perceived. I'm interested in seeing what happens, but I've been so sucked into the AI, space race stuff that I kind of forgot about this until just now. It's funny,
so
again.
Yourself eligible for the WNBA. I think I understand your motivations. You're leaning into ultimately Sophie's push for fairness, but yet the WNBA is now going to hold talks over this nuanced and complex issue where it doesn't really seem complex. Biological men should not be allowed to play in ladies basketball.
This is Fox News, so Yeah, I mean, you already know what side they're on.
Ball.
Not that I agree or disagree. I'm just letting you know, viewer-wise. Okay.
Why are you getting involved, and how did the WNBA even get to this point?
Right now I'm just having a blast in my feminine era. I never thought that I was a woman. I've always trusted the science, and I thought I was a man my entire life. But after further review, strong look at my personal preferences, it would appear that I am indeed sometimes identifying as a transgender woman. And I think it's only fair I get a chance to play with some of my queens here in the twilight of my career, my athletic prime.
Well, and so exactly what you're saying, Royce, is just sort of pulls the curtain back on the lack of clarity in the WNBA's policies under.
Woke is so dead, it's crazy, and God bless. Sorry for wokies. Like, I think there's some good things that came from the woke era. I kind of want to do an episode on it. I think it surprised a lot of people, but there were some good things that came from woke era. However, for the most part, good fucking riddance. I can't stand what's happened to media. I think it's set us back as a society in competition with other countries that are just barreling ahead on merit. Most of it was just a scheme for tax evasion, really. I mean, in the end, that's what woke era was. It was literally just a massive tax scheme. Hilariously, that's all it was. It was just a massive ass tax scheme. But apparently, in all the polls, woke issues tends to be like on the lower list, and it's dying, and like it's a whole ass, other thing when it comes to woke stuff. But and I'm talking about like the rights of citizens. But dear God, what wokeism has done to media, I cannot fucking stand it, guys. I cannot. Everything I watch, everything I read, it's like it infected every single facet of our lives. I know so many people got screwed over because of it. I cannot stand it. I think this will probably be the final nail in the coffin, where it's just dead. And again, to be honest with you, left, right, I don't really care. It was a massive tax scheme. That's what it was. It was just a massive tax scheme. It was just a way for companies to get a tax write-off for talking about some issues that they themselves ensured were happening. It was fucking stupid. I'm glad we moved on. They can do some other tax scheme.
Article 8 of their 2026 collective bargaining agreement, it simply says that only players who are women are eligible to play in the NBA, but in the over 400-page document, it doesn't define what a woman is. It seems the answer of what they do now is pretty clear. Would you agree?
Well, it's just astounding that the WNBA can't define the W in the name. And I think we're going through a very necessary conversation about who's actually eligible to play in some of these professional sports leagues, I guess, on both sides of the gender spectrum. My goal is to help elevate the WNBA. I think the ticket prices and the attendance, will soar. I think
It's true. That is true. It will.
The live audience will increase.
Also
and I think ultimately it's good for the game. It's going to help evolve the game. I mean, who would argue that a player like myself or an Enes Kanter or in the future maybe even I don't know, a LeBron James, after he expires in the NBA, maybe he wakes up one day and realizes he's a woman as well. Who could argue that wouldn't make the women's game better?
So listen, I don't know what to even say to that, and we'll see where it goes. But on a serious note,
it's more or less he's running for, I believe he's running for Senate, and this is a great way to get your name on the fucking ballot. That's for sure.
I'll give you the last few seconds. Is the WNBA at risk of losing all the new eyeballs and fans that Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark have brought to the game?
Oh, the WNBA is an example of a herald of us losing a lot of things in this country. We have to secure our elections. We have to restart the mass deportations. We have to start arresting some of these deep staters. I'm in huge favor of banning Sharia law and Marxism nationwide. And
yeah, I mean, you can tell he's running on a platform. Again, fuck. I just don't know sometimes. I really just don't know, guys. Again, it was funny when I saw that shit happening on Twitter, but now that I've was like talking about more serious issues and then jump to that. It's just, I assure you, this type of shit is not happening in China. Not happening in China. I don't think they give a fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, I think we all know how that's going to go. There's a separate case that is going to the Supreme Court that has to do with men, biological men, trying to enter women's spaces. This will probably lead to a ban in all women-centered spaces. So, a transgendered man is suing a female-only Korean spa. It's like a, you know, I don't know if it's like a nude spa, but you know, you go in, there's a sauna type shit, and he was arguing that she had the right, he had the right, they had the right to, you know, be naked in the same room as them. And it's going all the way to the Supreme Court. So that will also kind of put the nail in the coffin. I think I know where that case is going. I think I know where this is going. We'll probably see the final end to wokeism. God bless.